I'm Scott Jackson alongside broadcast partner Chad Ricardo. Welcome back to the St. James School here in Hagerstown, Maryland, as it's the St. James Invitational Tournament, an elite high school basketball showcase presented by Zips Dry Cleaners. Today it is the visitors from Trinity Collegiate from South Carolina taking on the host school, the St. James School Saints. And again, Scott Jackson and Chad Ricardo, happy to be here with you as we get ready for our game 2 of the day. We had an exciting first one. Hopefully we'll have a good one in the second round.
You know, Scott, when I looked at the schedule, this is the one that I circled. I know they're coming up later on. We're going to see a couple of teams playing to make it into the finals. But this matchup, the energy in the room is rising. Can't wait for it.
All right, let's get to our Geico starting lineup, starting with the visiting team, Trinity Collegiate out of South Carolina. Third-ranked team in the state of South Carolina. Basante Saragba, number 0. Tavion Futimi Brown. You hear his name said a lot today. Also Jamie Muldowney. Also DeLon Edwards. And LeBron Thomas, the senior, who's getting a lot of attention from some schools. We'll talk about him throughout the day as well, as he is the big player here for Trinity. Again, coached by Mike Teasley. And they are in the all blue and the white trim and black trim as well this afternoon. And we look at the home team, the St. James School Saints. Starting Jeremiah Gorman, the sophomore guard. Solomon Ball, a junior. He's getting a lot of recruiting attention. Jaden Ross, 6'7", junior forward. Jacob Ross, number 13, 6'5". He's averaging 20 points a game as a freshman. And number 25, Victor Pouch, a 6'8" junior. So they got some size on this St. James Saints front today as well. They are coached by Kevin Breslin. See them in the whites, the home whites. There's Kevin Breslin. And Geico starting lineups. Remember, whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and your car insurance. Just go to geico.com today.
You take a look at this St. James roster. Yesterday we saw Jaden Ross play a heck of a ball game. Also, the secondary Ross, Jacob Ross, put up points as well. But this is going to be all about Solomon Ball. And I got to tell you, he is going to be matched up head-to-head with LeBron Thomas. This is one that we cannot wait to see. It's going down right here at the St. James Invitational.
You look at Ball, too. You mentioned him, Solomon Ball, already getting offers from Pitt, Virginia Tech, VCU, Richmond, Xavier, and George Washington. So a lot of attention from A-10 schools. Got a couple ACC schools in there as well. Impressive, and one Big East school in Xavier.
Last night we had DePaul in the building. He earned an offer from them as well with his performance against Southern California.
Jacob Ross getting ready to tip it off for the Saints against Saragba and Trinity Collegiate control. And there's a turnover early from Trinity Collegiate. Solomon Ball pushing and attacking and scoring.
I gotta tell you, yesterday we saw him come close to doing a Gatorade play of the game early, and he might have just done it again.
There's a point-blank miss from Brown. Jimmy Brown pushing it. Gorman getting it over and pass. Oh, the Euro step, can't get it to go. It was Ross. Quick pace early from St. James. Now Trinity Collegiate bringing it up. Pressure, and LeBron Thomas gets fouled by Jacob Ross.
Solomon Thomas, we're going to talk about him all game long. Solomon Ball, we see him here. LeBron Thomas goes behind his back, wrapped around through the contact. Could have been an and one, finishing with authority early.
Early highlight from Solomon Ball. I mean, literally right on cue as we're going through his accolades. Trinity Collegiate going to your left on the screen. And there's a 3 of the heat check, and that's going to be off the back iron for Muldowney.
Muldowney can make that shot. He made a couple yesterday. That's a good possession for Trinity.
Jacob Ross picks up his dribble with a long cross-court pass. Pump fake from his brother Jaden. Back to Jacob, who's going to be way short on that one, or Jaden rather, or that was Jacob, way short on that three-point attempt. Here's a corner 3 coming the other way from Brown, and he's good.
Tavion Fumitimi Brown yesterday in the first half, he scored buckets, kind of ran out of gas in the second half. Good to see him with the early start.
Fumitimi Brown with the bucket. Number 1, Solomon Ball driving the lane and scoring.
Solomon Ball looking to make somebody's top 100 list out of his performances yesterday and early on today.
LeBron Thomas, number 22, with a little pressure from Ross. He takes up his shot, left-handed shot's going to go in and out. And here comes the push here. Jeremiah Gorman, number 0, the point guard, getting it over to Solomon Ball, number 1, who we've already highlighted. Pulls up for the 3. That's going to be long. Rebounded by Vasanti Saragba, number 0. Quickly gets it off to Thomas, who pushes it ahead. And attacking is Brown with the 2.
Fumitimi Brown, if you're as old as Scott as I, you might remember a guy with the Detroit Pistons called Vinny the Microwave.
Yes.
It was the way that he could heat up instantly. That's the kind of game that Fumitimi Brown has.
Would they call them air fryers now? I mean, how would that work? I mean, do we still call them? I don't know. Seems like the air fryer's a new thing. Heat up quickly. All right, nice play there. And push ahead. Fumitimi Brown with another 2 points.
Why not? Fumitimi Brown on the finish, but Saragba with the excellent defense.
Man, the air fryer is cooking. All right, they're touched away there, and it'll stay with St. James. The Saints in the home whites. Kind of the burgundy trim. We'll call it burgundy. 7-4 here in the early going. Trinity Collegiate on top. There, almost a heat check. Thought better, but it was Houch. Passes it over. Gorman hands it off to Ross. And taken away, almost. Gorman gets it back. Ross attacking with the runner and can't get it to go. That's Jacob Ross. Freshman averages 20 points a game, number 13.
It's just good defense by Trinity. Solid man-to-man defense.
Edwards gets it into the post to Saragba, who kicks it back out. Edwards passes up a jumper. Man on the wing pulls in and hits the 2 is who else? Futimi Brown, who's got an early 6.
I'm telling you.
They're a 9-4 lead, and there's a foul as Ball was attacking Solomon Ball. Hits the deck. They're going to get the foul on DeLon Edwards. He's going to look at this play here.
Fumitimi Brown with the pump fake gets his man up. The art of the mid-range game. It's been lost on many student athletes. Fumitimi Brown showing it off there.
Good looking jumper there. Left-handed Ball knocks down the first. So Solomon Ball.
Make no mistake about it. This St. James team came in last night's game playing against a Southern California squad that is amongst the best in the nation. They went toe-to-toe for a quarter, but they played hard all game long. They want to get out in the open court.
Solomon Ball 1 for 2 in that exchange. And attacking and off the glass, no go. Putback can't go either after Thomas missed. Ball pushing the other direction, split the defenders and off the glass and good. Wow, he is fast.
If you're tuning in today and did not see the young man Solomon Ball last night, trust me, you are in for a show.
So it is a 2-point game. Saragba in the post misses the hook and rebounded and controlled by Jaden Ross. Gorman with a nice little crossover to get past the pressure. Now Ball again attacking. We got a tie ball game. Solomon Ball. Wow, 9-all. We got a timeout by Trinity.
Solomon solo ball. By the time the St. James Invitational Tournament is over, this young man is going to be a household name. We see him attacking the rack through contact, finishing with the left hand. And then on the next possession, he gets it again. Little triple fake action from the outside, comes back in and again finishes with the left hand. He's ambidextrous. He can finish with the left, finish with the right. He's dangerous at the rack. That's Solomon Ball.
So really good spurt there from St. James and Ball to even this score up with 3:59 to go here in this first quarter.
We take a look there at Coach Kevin Breslin, and again, not only is his team putting on a show today, they played hard last night, but this is an absolutely wonderful host school to host the St. James Invitational. They're playing hard and putting on a show for their fans.
So again, Ball, we mentioned DePaul came in with an offer last night, already had Virginia Tech, Pittsburgh, Xavier, VCU, and Richmond, as well as George Washington. There's Mike Teasley. Very familiar with this area, coached in the area in the past, and now back with his team from South Carolina. And almost a turnover, but Trinity Collegiate's able to save it. LeBron Thomas with the basketball, pressure on him. So Ragba gets it over. There's a three, and that's going to be deep by Edwards. Excuse me, make that Downey. Thomas keeps his dribble alive, attacking, can't finish. Ross the rebound, pushes it ahead to Gorman.
More emotion, just play.
As Jacob Ross, number 13, pulling up for the three, and he's going to be long. Rebound by Fumitimi Brown. Tavion Fumitimi Brown bringing it up. He's going to pull up for a three, and he's good with a heat check. 12-9.
Fumitimi Brown carrying the offense for Trinity as LeBron Thomas taking some time to work his way into this game.
Nicely done out of the timeout. It's a good possession. There's a deep three attempt that's missed by Houch. Fumitimi Brown loses it, but then he came back into play, but he was still in the end line, so that's going to be out of bounds at Trinity.
Last possession for St. James. I don't mind the shot by Houch. It was a good shot from the perimeter. But when you take that shot, you got to know that you have to get back. He attacked the offensive boards and potentially almost gave up a layup on the other end.
Gorman with the pressure. Gets it past Fumitimi Brown. Little pump fake from Ross. Kicks it back out. Houch picks up his dribble and has to just get it back out to Ross. Jaden Ross now with 12 on the clock. 10 on the clock. Jaden Ross trying to wiggle free. Kicks it up. Gorman with a deep three. And that's off the back iron from the 5'7" point guard. But he gets his rebound and puts it back and in. Smallest man on the floor. Just sneaks in there and gets it.
Jeremiah Gorman, one of the smallest in the tournament, but he's fearless.
Gotta love it. And there's a corner three. And just off the bench and in is Zovalidis knocking it down.
Coming into the game, Duviltis knocking that down, the open shot, hand down, man down.
Edmundus Duviltis.
Oh.
Easy too, way too easy as DeJusa was wide open. Ryan DeJusa.
That's LeBron Thomas at his best. In the open court, no look, lefty pass. And now we see him picking up the defense on Solomon Ball.
Gorman able to handle the pass. He's dribbling through the trees. Gets it over to Ball for a corner three, and that's good.
Right. That's right.
Beautifully done.
This is going to be 1v1 if this game is close down the stretch. I was waiting to see how long it would take for them to guard each other.
Brown misses the runner. Fumitimi Brown pushed it ahead. Oh, turned over. You don't want to do that. LeBron Thomas attacking. He's fouled, and he'll get to the free throw line for two. Let's see our first three-pointer of the game. Time for our Gatorade first three of the game. And here it was just a few moments ago. Tavion Fumitimi Brown knocks it down. Three-pointer. The first three-pointer of the game brought to you by Gatorade.
Stepping into that shot in rhythm. Right now we see him with the smooth stroke. It may be early in the day, but he's ready.
And LeBron Thomas ready for the free throw line. Knocks it down for Trinity. Makes it a 4-point lead. We're just under a minute to go here in this opening quarter. Been a good one. A lot of tempo early. Shots starting to fall.
Trinity struggled to find their offense on yesterday. It was a lot of potentially too much LeBron Thomas one-on-one. Not because he wanted to, but in many ways it was because he had to. Today we see Fumitimi Brown knocking down a couple of shots. The offense is more open and they're playing with more efficiency.
Gorman brings it over to Fumitimi Brown and Gorman. Gorman gets over to Ball. Solomon Ball has been in attack mode here in the early going. Continues to do that here. Nice little spinning move, but can't get the shot to go, but a second chance opportunity coming up as Soreska gets a rebound. And Ross attacks, misses, but the putback opportunity and foul as Houston's going to go to the line.
Devin Houston coming in at 6'6", class of 2023. As we see Solomon Ball and then Ross with the ball in his hands attacking the rack. This one going to be off the glass, but Houston goes up, rebounds it. Coach Breslin he was playing with half of his team for the early part of this season, beginning to get some of these weapons back out there on the court. Solomon Ball missed 10 weeks, so look for this team to finish strong in conference play down the stretch.
Yeah, and Houston, the football player as well, missed some time, as you mentioned. Notre Dame, Tennessee, Michigan State, and Penn State, by the way, among the schools interested in the 6'6" junior. So,
and why not?
So the touch here, he makes 1 of 2, 4-point game. Trinity and LeBron Thomas misses the shot. Did Ross touch it last? No, he did not. And it's going to be in the last opportunity in this quarter, potentially for St. James. The Saints will have the ball with 14.9 to go. As quickly as Gorman goes out, he comes back in. Bringing it up to Ball. They're going to try to double team and get it out of his hands. Instead, he splits the defense, kicks it over the corner. Gorman didn't like the shot. Back to Ball with 2 seconds on the clock. Long three is going to be off the back of the iron. And that's going to do it for an entertaining first quarter that'll be led by the visitors from Trinity Collegiate. 19-15.
Ton of action out there. We knew that we would get Solomon Ball, and he has delivered thus far.
Tell you what, that was some good tempo here at the end of this first quarter of play. Can't get enough basketball? We'll watch the Capital City Go-Go games right here on Monumental Sports Network. Check out the schedule and find out more at monumentalsportsnetwork.com. So Trinity Collegiate, third-ranked team in South Carolina, 19-15, the lead over St. James here, Chad, in the early going. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
Solomon Ball around the world and into the basket, then attacking with the right hand, finishing with the right hand at the rack. A student athlete who can finish with both hands at the rim that attacks like him is such a valuable commodity. Here going baseline through contact as well. We talked about him picking up an offer from DePaul last night. He might get another 2 or 3 if he keeps this up today.
As we get ready to start this second half, St. James will have possession. Second quarter started this. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Such a fast first quarter tempo. Second quarter underway. Oh, and a turnover. Hate to see that on the first possession.
And Ayabatelli coming in yesterday, he was able to knock down a couple of shots. A little anxious. You understand why. It's a big game.
Yeah, Ibatelli with the turnover there. The first possession of the second quarter. See, Ball trying to get into Umatimi Brown and loses it, but is able to save the possession. Thomas for 3 is going to be short. Almost got his own rebound, and who are they going to say last touch by? Trinity Collegiate.
This is a great job by LeBron Thomas. Again, yesterday, he put up nearly 30. Yesterday, but right now he is allowing his team to get going, and that's why they're leading. But Umatimi Brown has been doing everything there, getting the loose ball and holding possession to avoid a turnover.
You got a little floor burn on that play too, I would imagine. Hit the deck like that. Attacking and handing it off to Houston, who loses it, or travels with it, I should say. So turnover on the second possession of the half, or the quarter, for St. James.
That's a false start. Yeah. He's a football player as well. A little false start on Houston.
Yeah, a little too go a little too fast here to start this second quarter on offense, at least for St. James. Saints trying to dig in defensively. The full court pressure. Trinity's able to break it and attacking it off the window. Not going to get it to go though. That was a tough shot attempt from Old Downey, number 12. Trying to get it over to Houston again. Good defense by Trinity to collapse. Make sure Soreska couldn't get it there.
So much of St. James's offense is predicated on getting out in both the fast break as well as the secondary fast break. Trinity right now making them play against a set defense, and they're finding issue getting beyond it.
Yeah, you gotta like the Trinity defense for sure. What you see here, does not give you anything easy.
I mean, you got Saragba at the back line.
There's a 3, and that's going to be off by Ayabatelli. And attacking, here comes James, or Thomas rather, off the glass. And it doesn't go, but he'll go to the line for 2.
This is what he wants to do. Get out there in the open court where he can either finish for himself or create for others. LeBron Thomas sees one man back, going to go right in his chest and earn a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, Jaden Ross, the junior, 6'7" junior, gets called the foul. He's got a lot of attention, too. Virginia Tech, Penn State, Temple, and George Mason for Jaden Ross.
22 offers for LeBron Thomas, and he wants to show us why today.
Knocks down the first. Trying to extend the Trinity lead. And he's able to do it. 6-point game. 6:44 to go in the second quarter. Solomon Ball brings it up. A little bit of pressure from Edwards. Now the double team with Thomas coming over. Somehow they keep the possession. Houston gets it and count it and one. Wow, what pretty footwork by the big man.
I tell you what, that looked like it was going to be a train wreck, but it ended up being a nice Sunday stroll through the park.
Here, let's look at this again. I thought it was out of bounds, first of all, but
Ball loses the ball. Houston gets it. Nice drop step. Saragba reaches in, but Houston finishing through contact. Potential and one.
Yeah, maybe you think he's a DN? Because that's like a spin move there, right? Like he was spinning off one of the tackles there to get in at the quarterback. Well done. But does not complete the three-point play. So at 21-17, Trinity Collegiate lead. Ron Thomas feeding the post to Saragba. Turnaround jumper way long. Sareska with the rebound. He's pushing. Going to get it to Ball. Why not? They're moving the ball there, but almost turned over. Sareska does a good job again to keep the possession. Now he's going to attack. Misses, but here's Houston to clean it up. Shot blocked. Really good defense from Trinity. Brown kicks it over. And corner. Well, Downey can't get it to go. Good idea. Jamie Muldowney was sitting there, and he's a sniper, but he was unable to knock it down.
Good offense on both sides as we saw St. James beginning to be able to attack the rack. Houston on the rebound, but the great come from behind block by DeLon Edwards to take 2 points away.
Yeah, really good play by Edwards. There is Thomas with a blow-by.
He's starting to heat up.
Woo. LeBron Thomas.
And again, what he did, which was so important, is he allowed his team to get in rhythm before he attempts to take over.
Ross for 3. That's going to be long. And LeBron Thomas pushing it ahead into the post. So Rogba gets the ball taken away. Now quickly there, Ross to Ross, and one.
That's it.
Beautifully done. Jaden Ross the finish from brother Jacob Ross.
Jacob with the beautiful pass to Jaden, but this is what this team has to do. They score on the break. These easy opportunities. Getting it out there. We're going to go brother to brother, attack the rim, and finish through contact. They can't rely on Solomon Ball to go one-on-one all game as Trinity. We saw LeBron Thomas allow his team to get going, but now he is taking the ball to the rack. So these are important moments for the St. James.
Jaden Ross knocks it down. 3-point game. 5:20 to go and counting here in this second quarter. We've got a good one here in game 2. St. James Invitational. And we're going to get a foul on the offense. Set the screen. It's going to be blue 14. That's Ryan Jajusa. That's going to get hit with the foul, the senior. 6'8".
You mentioned this a couple of times. You look at Jacob Ross. I mean, class of 2025. Jaden Ross, class of 2023. Ball, of course, class of 23. How good will this team be next year?
No question. As you said, I mean, they missed a lot of guys to start the season. And now you're getting everybody back. They're still a threat for this year, but you're right. I mean, they got a really nice core squad will be available next year. Ball pulls up for 3, and that's off the mark. Here comes Tavion Utimi Brown. Moving the ball there is a Spencer Scott in for the first time. Just gives it back up to Utimi Brown, who attacks. Tries to thread it in, but it gets taken away. Was looking to get it into Muldowney. A really good defense on the interior from the Saints, and now they turn it back over.
Got to move that ball around, attempting to force the ball into the corner to Solomon Ball. Can't look for him on every possession. The game's got to come to him.
Ron Thomas bringing it up. Big screen there while Ross took one. And the chops and one in the post.
Yeah. If there's one perceived weakness on the St. James team, it's a lack of size down there on the inside. As we see the patience of LeBron Thomas getting it down and then taking advantage of that size advantage with the and one opportunity. Oftentimes, Solomon Ball is guarding the other man's 5, and he's this team's point guard.
Yeah, so Will Downey, after the timeout, will get the and one opportunity. 4:15 to go here in this second quarter. It's a 23-20 game. Junior Wizards game day skill clinics are back at Capital One Arena. Play on the court like the pros and watch the game afterwards with your friends and family. To find out more and to register, visit dcfamily.com/game-day-clinics. That's when you find out how long the courts are when you're out there running around. You're like, oh, yeah, this is easy. And you get out there, wow, it's a professional court. This is like I'm more tired than I normally am.
It takes some endurance out here getting up. Look, I can't run up and down this court anymore, so.
You really feel it when you're running around the Capital One court. All right, so come to the line. Well, Downey's going to try to complete the three-point play. They have now updated the scoreboard. It is 25-20, so trying to make it a 6-point lead. 4:15 to go here in this first half. Well, Downey makes it. So 6-point game. Trinity Collegiate on top. Ross, nice little move, but can't finish. Spencer Scott, who got the rebound, quickly got it over to Thomas. And why not? Oh, Thomas with a good look. But
a little collision between.
Oh, wow. You were talking about running up the court and how it goes. Here, this is you earlier.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh,
they put a spy cam on you. That's not very nice.
Listen, at least they showed the one where I hit the rim, because there were many that I did not.
That's cold. We got dress clothes. I mean, you're wearing a dress shirt. And,
that's what I would like to blame it on.
Yeah.
I couldn't get full
extension. Didn't have your basketball pants on.
There,
you didn't have basketball shorts on.
Yeah.
You didn't have sneakers.
I've got wrestling shoes on.
Yeah.
That's
These are the right
what it was.
shoes.
Earlier I had on gym shorts. I was knocking down everyone.
Right. We're not dressed for this. Trying to take a jumper in a sport coat is not easy.
Chef Curry with the shot. Not in my dreams.
The ball attacking, pulls up, and he's going to be short. His jumper's really gotten flat here as this game has worn on. Solomon Ball's been through a cold spurt. Chilly. Almost a turnover there by Trinity. Able to keep the possession. Thomas, a lot of pressure. A nice little spin move. Finds Brown in the corner. Brown's going to pull up for another tough two. Yeah. He loves that shot, doesn't he? That pump fake comes in and drains it too.
And Fomitimi Brown, his game is seems such little in nowadays game. He gets to the middle of the lane and knocks down Jays.
Gorman with a runner, can't get it to go. Here comes Scott pushing it. Spencer Scott's going to take it, and I think he's going to call for a charge. Yes, he is. He was out of control. Jaden Ross, good job taking the charge.
Spencer Scott looked like a fullback on that play coming in there. Lowering his shoulder. Ross does a good job getting back. If we were out there on the gridiron, that one might have gone for 6.
Yeah, Ross, he definitely took the charge, that's for sure. But yeah, Scott had a full head of steam coming, and senior is going to sit down after that foul.
Listen, if you're the Saints right now, your offense has fallen a little bit flat. What they want to do is they want to get out there on the break so that they can get some of these high-energy dunks, fast break points, easy buckets. But in the half court, look for young men like Jeremiah Gorman to be able to knock down open shots.
And there's Gorman for 3. No, that's going to be bump. No. Hit the iron a few times and bounced out.
Scott, I almost felt like Nostradamus right there.
Yeah,
but it didn't happen. It didn't. Just like my jump shot.
I felt like I was on delay or something because when he pulled the jumper, you just said his name. I was like, what's going on? Well, Trinity breaking the pressure. Well, Downey turns around, finds a wide open Saragba for the 2.
Excellent job beating that press, and when you beat presses, it leads to easy buckets.
Oh, that's almost a backcourt. Gorman does a good job to save it. Wow. That was almost disaster, and then we got a foul on the floor on Fumitimi Brown. And Trinity really bailed him out there because he was a little out of control, I think. It's our Gatorade play of the game. Thrown ahead, early looking Saragba with the throwdown. That is the Gatorade play of the game by Basanti Saragba. He's got offers from Emory Henry already. Emory and Henry. They're one school. They're not two schools.
One school. Down there in Virginia. Would love to see Saragba around more often so we can see that young man play.
So Jacob Ross with the 1-and-1 hits the first. Will get a second. As these are moments, obviously, the Saints could use to cut into this deficit from the free throw line.
2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Second in and out.
How do you close the quarter?
Yep, that's what we're about to find out, because as we've seen in previous games, that's where a lot of these games are either you stay in it or you fall out of it. Here's LeBron Thomas, nice move. Ross doing his best to stay in front of him, but he's going to get fouled on the floor. Let's see who they've got. I do think they got Thomas, yes. Or excuse me, Ross, Jacob Ross.
What it felt like yesterday with LeBron Thomas is that, again, when he was carrying the load for the Trinity squad, that by the end of the game, he had kind of worn out of gas. He's just heating up right now.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a little extra bounce in the second quarter after a slow start, as you mentioned before. Timmy Brown with a nice two, and that's helpful too when your other guard can just make those shots constantly.
Well, you've got a secondary score, which means that you don't have to force the offense. You can let it come to you.
They're both in a nice flow right now. There's Gorman for three, and he's got it. That was big. They needed that from the 5'7" guard.
Now that's good offense. Let ball be a creator sometimes.
Thomas, coast to coast. LeBron Thomas.
I'm telling you, the young man LeBron Thomas is special.
Gorman, he's feeling it. Step back three. Oh, in and out. Boy, this place would have gone bonkers if he knocked that one down. 10-point game. And again, you talk about the end of quarters. Yeah. That 10-point mark here, and you don't want to give up another one here. Fumitimi Brown's got him on skates, but he can't finish. Big possession here coming up for St. James. Ball's going to push. He's going to go right at him to get his shot blocked by Saragba. And here comes Thomas with the flush. LeBron Thomas makes it a 12-point lead.
That's a major 4-point turnaround. Ball attacking the rim gets denied. Thomas comes back the other way with the two-handed jam.
Ball throws it away. It's big turnovers here at the end of this quarter. It's just been sloppy from the Saints.
Coach Teasley's squad, these are no slouches. I believe that they're one of the top 5 teams in North Carolina coming into the St. James Invitational, and they're showing why here today.
Coach Teasley, again, with a background from this area, he likes to come up here and play better competition. There's a nice shot. Nope, but not going to go from Fumitimi Brown. Rebound, Saragba knocks it down.
Saw Saragba hit a couple of jumpers like that in the first half yesterday before trailing off.
Now it's a 14-point game, largest lead by far. Big last possession here. Ball trying to make something happen. Solomon Ball attacks, and he gets fouled.
Solomon Ball going to earn a trip to the free throw line, but you just see how hard he's having to work right now.
He looks exhausted, too. I mean, you can really see it all over his face. Let's take another look at this.
I mean, Trinity sending the double team. He splits it and gets to the rack again, going to the free throw line, but you got to ask him to score 50, 60 points to pull off a victory playing in that style.
Misses the first. Again, fatigue, probably a big part of this right now.
Yeah. Because he's a young man that gives it his all, not only on the offensive side of the ball, but on the defensive side as well. We talked about that with DeLeon in our first game here today. Solomon Ball, that same kind of student athlete, even if just for a couple of moments, he needs his team to pick him up.
Knocks the second down. So they can play some defense here. Down by 13. 3.4 to go in this first half. LeBron Thomas gets it in. He's going to take the shot. Oh, not going to go.
Oh, he got fouled.
And they're going to get a foul. Wow, right before he got the shot off. They get the foul call. So before the buzzer, the foul. Of course, if this were college or pros, they come over here and they flip our monitor around and say we're going to make sure we got that right. But in high school, no. I think that was the right call. The buzzer had not gone off when he hit the deck. It's a tough break for the Saints for sure. You hate to give up a shot at 3 points right here. Yeah, definitely a foul there. Well, you can see there's time still on the clock.
Yeah.
Right call.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate, and you hate to foul a 3-point shooter as he puts up a hoist right before the buzzer sounds.
So LeBron Thomas will get 3 free throws and misses the first off the back iron. St. James fans saying ball don't lie. I don't know what that's all about. Senior LeBron Thomas, see some of the offers he has already. Knocks down another. You got to think after being exposed this weekend up here that some more offers are probably going to come rolling in.
I mean, the show he put on yesterday and just the poise that he's playing with today has been so impressive.
Ron Thomas knocks down 2 of 3, 15-point lead, the largest of the half.
Duke play.
And that's not going to go. And so 40-25 at the half. Trinity Collegiate leads St. James. We'll get to halftime highlights coming up. You're watching the St. James Invitational Tournament presented by Zips Dry Cleaners. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the second half of the third quarter. Coming up, Trinity Collegiate on top 40-25 over the hosts, the St. James School. Scott Jackson, Chad Ricardo here with you at the half, and our pleasure to bring in man in the middle, Hugh Breslin, who has a little bit of a rooting interest, shall we say, with, of course, Kevin Breslin, the head coach at St. James, and Hugh also has a ton of knowledge, Chad, about this tournament. More so, he's forgotten more about this tournament and basketball than we'll ever know.
That's right.
That's so true, probably. Hey, I want to take a second really to thank you guys, all the folks at Monumental Sports. You know, the tournament's had a long history. It started in 1974, was played for 29 years, and then there was about a 13-year hiatus, and then we kicked it back in 2016. But you guys became partners, I think, 3 years ago.
Yep.
And it's really expanded the reach for people to be able to see the event all over the country.
There we go, 2020 last time.
Yeah, you know, and you're looking at that picture, you see Cade Cunningham and Scotty Barnes, who are now probably one of those two might be the NBA's Rookie of the Year.
Wow.
You know, so this tournament's had a long tradition of Jerry Stackhouse, Tracy McGrady, you know, all kinds of future NBA stars have played in this event.
Coach Jerry Stackhouse.
Yes.
Who would have known when he was here then?
That's right.
I certainly wouldn't have predicted it when he was playing for the Wizards when I was covering him that he was going to be a coach. But
he was a heck of a player here. You bet on that.
And easy two there for Trinity Collegiate coming out of the locker room as Edwards lays it in.
LeBron Thomas with his vision again.
Ross hit the deck. They did the splits almost. Luckily he's all right. Almost tied up. Oh, another turnover. You don't want to see that coming out of the timeout. And here we go. LeBron Thomas was so good in the first half, did everything. A lot of pressure on him, but was able to somehow get through it all. But a throwaway there as the team of Brown wasn't ready for it. What would you like to see from your son's team in the second half? What do they need to do?
Honestly, I think Kevin's probably a little frustrated. They wanted to really push the tempo. They think that Trinity's much more comfortable in this half-court set.
As they are.
And his goal was really to push the ball, and they've made too many turnovers and just have not been able to do that. But he's been barking at him the whole game to push, and so hopefully they can do a little more of that in the second half.
Nice bucket from Solomon Ball there in some traffic. He just looked gassed at the end of the first half. Solomon's been doing so much just to get shots off. They've been putting a lot of defenders at him. They're running multiple defenders at him every time he touches the ball.
Coach, he and they played so hard last night, and then the quick turnaround.
Yeah, I thought actually they didn't play with any energy, and I don't know whether it's fatigue. I hope not, but yeah, I think the game last night probably took something out of them.
Ross puts it in, and I should say can't get it to go. Ball last touched by the Saints, so we'll go to Trinity Collegiate.
They got to dig down and find some energy, I think.
And Coach, it's got to start on that defensive end, right? Because that is what will allow for you all to get out there in the transition to get those easy buckets.
Yes, absolutely.
So 42-27, 6:37 to go in this third quarter play. Trinity Collegiate out of South Carolina on top in the blue, going left to right and attacking the team of Brown. Boy, that was just smooth. He's got such a good mid-range game.
All game long, Trinity Brown has answered with that shot.
Foreman attack, gets off to the big man, but he cannot finish. Pouch was lost it on the way up and knocked from behind. So 44-27, 6:15 to go. We apologize. Our score bug has taken an early lunch. We'll try to get him back from lunch here in a little bit.
Yeah, I think the St. James guards have to put more pressure to keep them out of the paint. They're getting too many easy buckets in the paint.
Jacob Ross with a strong finish from the freshman in traffic. 44-29, Trinity Collegiate. Obviously, the Saints need some stops here.
There it is.
Oh, there you go. Here comes Ball on the break. Heads up. Oh, and no, he misses the dunk. Oh, my goodness.
Sometimes you can want to make that moment so bad.
He wanted to bring the gym down. He wanted to throw it down so hard. I think that's what caught him off. Oh, it's tough. Rebound, and there's one that is put in by Saragba. Basanti Saragba, number 0. The senior makes it a 46-29 game.
It's the second time we've seen a huge 4-point spread. Good job by Ross coming back.
That was a good-looking jumper from Ross in the corner there. The Ross brothers putting in some work today. 46-31, Trinity Collegiate. You can hear the chance of defense from the St. James bench to the left of our vantage point.
Well, this is the energy that they brought last night.
Saragba can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, though, in traffic, and he gets fouled. So a 15-point game right now, 46-31 with 4:57 to go in the third.
And this is what I'm talking about. It's an emotional play. Solomon Brown gets out, but Ball cannot put that down. But then coming back the other way, Saragba on the rebound and the put-up. Coach, that's more than just 2 points. It's an emotional swing at the same time.
Yeah, he's obviously the leader of our guys, and they draw a lot of energy from his play. So yeah, that's a tough one. Now I'm wondering, Scott, to your point, whether a little fatigue there when he came up a little short on the dunk. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I mean he took off too. Like he took off like Dr. J. You know, palming that thing. And I also think he just wanted to take all the frustrations of that first half out on that slam, and couldn't get it to go. Well, break there as Saragba misses both free throws. So still 15-point game, 46-31. Ball brings it across the timeline. Gets it in the corner to Gorman. Throws it back. I think that was tipped, though. That was tipped, so they'll stay with the Saints. Ball's attacking, dishes it off, and up and in. Nice, easy two to make it a 46-33 game as Pouch lays it in.
Solomon Ball becoming a creator, and that's how this team can come back, getting others involved.
Penetration's a killer of all defenses.
Yeah.
Well, Downey sets up for a three, and he's going to bury it. A little in and out of the end. And a timeout called by Mike Teasley on his bench after his team extends the lead to 16, 49-33 with 4:18 to go. Looks like they're going to call it a 30-second timeout. That's frustrating. You have a good possession there, right? You get the missed free throws, and you're feeling pretty good. Dig it in, and then he nails that three. Take a look earlier, yesterday, I should say, as Trinity was checking out the St. James gym here in the facility. A lot of pretty notable alums doing some good things in a lot of sports. You check out when you come into the gym here.
I mean, Coach, you and I, we were talking about this yesterday. I mean, I wasn't aware of just how beautiful this campus was and or the alum who have come in and played not only in this tournament, but here at the St. James.
Yeah, it's a terrific campus, certainly. And it's a boarding school.
Yeah.
They have a lot of international students. Hey, Justin Robinson is one of St. James. He's playing for the Pistons right now, and he's an alum of St. James.
Ross gets it over to Ross. Ross for corner three, and that's going to be short. Rebound by LeBron Thomas. 49-33. Our score bug is back. We're happy to see they came back from lunch. Here comes Ball. Let's see if he gets it this time. Yes! Little windmill. Like it.
He wasn't going to miss that one.
No, he was
Wasn't
not.
going to miss that one. Look, I was waiting for him to throw it off the backboard to Ross.
Solomon Ball, the junior with the slam. Makes it a 14-point game again.
This is the end of the court. They got to get stops here.
They almost had to stop, but Thomas somehow gets in his hands, and he gets it in the bucket.
Coach Breslin, to your point, you see them beginning to take some chances, trying to poke the ball away to get into the open court.
Yeah, they just got to be a little more solid, though, and they got to keep the ball out of the paint and create something. But that's the only way they get back in the games. They got to defend.
Corner three drained as Viltis knocks it down.
Just good offense by Trinity.
Ross the pump fake, drives, little runner. It is short. There's a rebound, Saragba. Here comes the push. LeBron Thomas throwing the alley-oop ahead, and no, can't finish. So here come the Saints the other direction, and it's Ross, and he's going to get fouled. They're going to call a blocking foul of Muldowney. So Ross will go to the line to shoot two.
Ross goes down hard. A good job by Muldowney getting down there and getting set, but under the rim. But Ross just gets this ball, attacks it. He hears Coach Hugh saying to get to the rack and create some offense. He'll earn himself a trip to the free throw line.
Freshman has no fear.
Yeah, Jacob's he got a lot of playing time early this season with the injuries that Kevin had to deal with the starters, and so he's really had to play probably a bigger role than he anticipated playing coming in. But he's really improved a lot, and I mean his future's really obviously is really bright.
So referees wipe it off the floor, and when we see Ross taking an opportunity to get a little rest before he takes two free throws. And you don't want this lead to build anymore between now and the end of this quarter.
No.
Try to chip away at her with this final 2:46.
No, got to find a way to make a run right now. That is, I'm certain, the message that Coach Breslin is giving to his young men. And Coach, like you said, it's going to start out there on the defensive side. Would you advise your young men or your son's young men to take those risks, or just find a way to play that solid defense?
I think I think they should play solid defense right now, but I think you'll probably see Kevin have their guards try to trap if the balls get in any of the corners, I think. Try to create some turnovers, but it has, as you know, it has to stop, Chad. And you got to get a couple of back-to-back stops, get some momentum going.
Brown for three, in and out. Rebound by Ball. Solomon Ball pushing. Goes behind the back and up and count it. Going to get to the free throw line at least.
Yeah, he's so difficult to defend when he gets in the paint. It's really.
Do you see the way that he put that ball on the floor, the bounce that he had in traffic? I mean, that's next level.
Couldn't get it to go, so he'll shoot two. In and out with the first. So 2:19 to go in this third quarter at 54-36. Trinity Collegiate on top. Solomon Ball, the junior.
They've got to somehow find the energy to really
Yeah.
pick it up, the intensity on the defensive side.
Yeah. It would help to get a couple of those steals and a couple of dunks for the Ross brothers as well.
Alley-oop, but nobody was ready for it.
Well, turnovers help, too. So
As you see there, LeBron Thomas being a leader on this team for Trinity, telling his fellow student athletes, we don't need that. Let's play solid offense. We don't need the alley-oops.
Yeah, DeJuice was not ready for what Timmy Brown had in mind, apparently.
I think another critical thing is the right guys need to be shooting the ball for Kevin here, coming down the stretch.
Ross going to go to the line as he attacks. Jaden Ross, the junior this time, will get his opportunity at the free throw line. So clock continues to stop with the Saints getting opportunities to chip away.
Expand upon that, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, when you're down, you love to be scoring when the clock is stopped. So the more, again, I guess the more they can attack on the offensive end, attack and try to get to that foul line is really important. Although the team fouls are 1 and 3, I mean, it's going to be difficult because they're not even close to being in the 1-on-1. But that's an indicator of them not putting enough pressure on the defense by attacking the basket.
Ross knocks down the second. So a 16-point advantage for Trinity Collegiate. Timmy Brown really put the pressure on Ross getting up in. And there's that double team you were talking about.
Yeah.
Ron Thomas, though, oh, man, he is so good finishing at that rim.
It's the other side of it, right? You come with that double, but if you can get the ball in his hands, he's going to take advantage of it.
Almost a turnover. Ball's able to keep it.
It's the risk you take, obviously.
Over to Ross. Loses it on the way up. Here comes Timmy Brown pushing, getting it ahead. And there's a wild shot that's not going to go from Bennett. Ross the other way. Looked like he lost control on the way up, but Ball cleans it up.
It's a good job pressing against the defense before they can get back, but then everybody running.
Yeah, right here, if they can get a couple stops here and maybe a couple buckets, they can create some momentum going into the fourth quarter.
There's a two that's going to not go, so chance here for the Saints to chip away at this lead a little bit more. Boy, Ball thought about a real deep one there. Ball attacks, tough shot off the back iron. Trinity Collegiate.
Would love to see in those positions for Ball to attack the rim, looking to be a passer, though, getting his teammates open shots.
Yeah, I think you're right, Chad.
4 corners going here almost. Timmy Brown with a 3. That's deep. Soreska had it for a second, but taken away. No go on the opportunity. Ross throws it ahead. Ball back to Ross, who throws it down. Wow. And that would have been good if it went, but it didn't. So 14-point game. Hugh Breslin, you got to feel a little bit better about your son's team after that.
Yeah, hopefully that gives them a shot of adrenaline. They can pick it up, because that's really what they need. They got to be much more intense, so the game's going to get away from them.
That was beautiful by Jaden Ross. Well, Hugh Breslin, thank you for coming by, sharing some thoughts of this tournament, and obviously your son's team as well, and this beautiful campus here at St. James. We appreciate your hospitality here today.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for having us, and thanks for being here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it so much, Coach. Hugh Breslin with us. All right, we'll take a quick timeout. Come back for the fourth quarter as Trinity Collegiate's on top by 14. You're watching St. James Invitational here, Monumental Sports Network.
Geico makes it so easy to manage my policy. With an app that lets me pay my bill, add a vehicle, or file a claim. It's a mascot winning a staring contest easy. It's not just easy, it's Geico easy.
Oh, mama, forget about your washing machine. Say, mama, you need a pro to get clothes clean. In by 9, out by 5. Sip, sip, sips. It's the real deal.
Scott Jackson and Chad Ricardo here, St. James Invitational Tournament presented by Zips Dry Cleaning as we're getting ready for the start of the fourth quarter as Trinity Collegiate has the 14-point lead over the host school, the St. James Saints, here from Hagerstown, Maryland. Ross, tough fadeaway, but he gets it to go. Woo!
Now, here's the beauty of it. Right before the end of the quarter, we saw him with a big dunk, and now he comes out and hits that jumper. This team plays off of energy and emotion. Can they do offense into defense?
Oh, but a big-time three from Muldowney. Jamie Muldowney in the corner. Sniper makes it a 15-point game once again. Ross to Ross. Answer three, and that's not going to go. Who's going to be last touched by? And they're going to say last touch by the Saints. Answer three there from Muldowney. Muldowney, boom, knocked it down. Muldowney, you've seen him do that a couple times to slow down some runs. Just gets lost out there at the three-point line. And there he is again. Oh, he had it for a second, thought about it for a second, but passes it off. Saragba, and they're going to say he stepped to the line or he's fouled before that. The foul on the floor. We get Devin Houston for the foul.
Yeah. And the more that St. James can get their rim defenders in here to help with the defense, the better for Coach Breslin's squad.
In and out for Basante Saragba, number 0. Unable to put that in. You see Jaden Ross saying, clear out, I got this. Pulls up, gets his shot blocked. Muldowney with a big-time defensive play. Now he's going to pull up for another three. This is going to be short, though. Rebound, LeBron Thomas. He's got Ross on skates, and he's going to foul him on the floor.
Now is the time for St. James. The question will be, do they have gas left in the tank to be able to get the defensive stops that they need, to be able to create the turnovers that they need to get back into this game?
Yeah, time obviously is a big issue here too. With 6:34 to go, 15-point game. You really need to get stops, and as you said, buckets. Can't afford to trade buckets. That's for sure.
It's an excellent offensive performance by Trinity. Every time St. James has done something, they have done something just like this, using effective offense.
Wow, Muldowney
putting the basket into the hole.
Really solid player. I mean, you get to watch him say, well, he's just a three-point shooter, and then he does that to you. There's a travel and a turnover by St. James. So he gets Soreska on the turnover, the senior.
Yesterday, Trinity played against a very good Goretti team, I believe, and they ran into a bit of a buzzsaw, but today they've been able to show more of who they truly are as a team. They play 5 as 1. They get out there, they play defense, and they're efficient on the offensive end.
Going to double team the ball. Muldowney, they can't leave him alone too long. Here he's taking it to the rack. Gets blocked in the land of trees, but they're going to draw the foul. I don't think the folks over here from St. James appreciated that call. We'll take another look. Muldowney attacking, and it wasn't a whole lot there, but enough.
Sometimes when you're aggressive like that,
sure,
you know,
the whistle. Yep.
You're aggressive. They have the size advantage on the inside. And how about just the variation to the game of Jamie Muldowney? He knocks down threes. He's been a rebounding threat. We've even seen him make some defensive plays as well. And now number 12 in blue looking to close this one out.
Yeah, I mean, he's really been this spurt here. I mean, we haven't really said LeBron Thomas's name as much here in this start of this quarter. Ahead to Ball, who's attacking, and he can't get it to go, but he will go to the free throw line.
Gotta love the fact that Solomon Ball, no let up in his game, attacking the rack. If he can, he'll put this team on his back.
So the left-hander to the free throw line. And knocks down the first. 5:47 to go here in regulation. We're in the fourth quarter, 62-45. Trinity Collegiate out of South Carolina leading. Now it's down to a 16-point game. Brown's able to beat the pressure, no problem. No, not that guy again. He did it again. Muldowney, Jamie Muldowney, it has been his quarter. Buries a big-time three, makes it a 19-point game. Attacking Ross off the glass. I don't know if he called glass, didn't matter. It went in.
Gotta love what you see from the young man, Jacob Ross. But I gotta tell you, I was wrong in our opening. I said that today's matchup was going to be about LeBron Thomas versus Solomon Ball. But what we've seen has been the other student athletes from Trinity, including that young man, knocking down bucket after bucket. Whether you're talking about Jamie Muldowney, in the first half it was Tamion Fumitimi Brown. This is an entire squad, not just Thomas.
No question about it. Watch Monumental Basketball on Monumental Sports Network. Tune in March 10th through the 12th to watch the Alhambra Catholic Invitational Tournament, the most prestigious Catholic high school tournament in the country. Get access at MonumentalSportsNetwork.com and don't miss a minute of the action. Always a fantastic tournament. Some of the best teams from the D.C. area, Baltimore area, I mean, everywhere. Hagerstown, I mean, you name it, national teams, always a fun tournament.
Some of the WCAC's finest and many of the best teams in the country. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, the Baltimore and D.C. teams like to play each other. A little bit of a little bit of a rivalry there, needless to say. So that should be a lot of fun here in a few weeks. Great basketball tournaments.
17-point ball game. St. James going with the press. We'll see if they can get some turnovers.
Oh, wow. Brown attacking off the glass and too easy coming out of that timeout for Trinity.
Fumitimi Brown, all day he's had the answers.
Sure has. Ross, a little out of control. What are they going to call it? Called blocking foul.
Yeah.
Refs kind of looked at each other as one of those, what are we going to call here? They're going to call it a block. And I think that was the right call. I don't think Muldowney was completely set.
No, he wasn't set. Great thought by him attempting to get back. But, again, Fumitimi Brown attacking the rack, able to put it in, whether it's layups, whether it's that mid-range game, and he's even knocked down a couple of threes as well. He's come out here and said, we're more than just LeBron Thomas. Trinity, an entire squad.
He's been really good. And as you said, this team, whenever they've needed buckets, their half court's been good, and they've been able to push it. They've shown you a lot of different aspects of their game today, and they've really answered every call here so far.
And I'm sure that that's something that Coach Mike Teasley went back and talked about after he looked through the film of yesterday's game. Just too much one-on-one action for the squad, as effective as Thomas was. He wanted for his squad to come out here to move the ball around and to take advantage of all of the talent that they have. As we see Coach Teasley, again, he has ties to this area, so he wants to put on a show, and today they've done so against a very good St. James team.
I remember seeing this team a couple seasons ago up at the Bob Kirk, and I talked to him about it. He said, look, I want to come back and play here because I know this is where the competition is. And this was the early stages of this program, and he has really built them up in a few seasons to a power. There's going to be a foul on Futimi Brown, so it'll stay with St. James.
Let's go 23. Let's go 23. Solo, go get it. 23. Solo, go get it.
We talked about it already. I mean, the future of this St. James team is bright, and that future may even be 1 to 2 weeks away because they've had so many guys who are just now getting back. They're learning how to play together.
Big time bucket there. It's a little life being shown here as the smallest man on the floor, Gorman, knocks it down, making a 14-point game. There's an opportunity for an easy 2 and 1. Wow, you just can't do that.
Backbreakers.
DeLeon Edwards is going to go to the line.
Backbreakers.
Absolutely.
It'll be the development for this team that when they go to the next level, as Trinity beats the press, just efficient basketball. Thomas on the nice pass, and then you've got DeLeon Edwards on the finish plus the foul. As St. James develops their frontline players, they'll become a different team.
So 17-point lead after the three-point play is completed. Gorman's going to chuck up another three. Knocks it down. Jeremiah Gorman. Gotta love it.
That's good offense. Using Solomon Ball as a creator, and then open threes. Jeremiah Gorman, class of 2024, again, one of the smallest student athletes on the court, but he can knock that three ball down.
Now, let's get another look. I mean, he's just raining threes all of a sudden.
Down to Ball on the block. He draws two, kick out with the screen. That's good offense, and that is what Kevin Breslin wants to see more of in the future.
No doubt about it. Big time shooting there. All right, let's get to our Zips Dry Cleaning player of the game. And yes, we've been talking about him a lot. Tavion Futimi-Brown.
In the first half, he came out and helped build this lead, knocking down jump shots like this from all over the court. Again, it allowed LeBron Thomas to take his time entering the game. And in the second half, he's really put in some daggers as well.
Zips Dry Cleaning has perfected the science of professional garment care. Smarter means faster. Faster means higher volume. That's how Zips passes the savings on to you.
Speaking of the devil, Futimi-Brown rolling another one in, extending the lead.
He's going to bring his dry cleaning over here right after the game and ask us to do it for tomorrow. Ball with a big three. Solomon Ball not ready to have this thing over yet. Cuts it back to a 13-point game. Just under 4 minutes to go in regulation. Well, Downey pushing it ahead. Beats the pressure. Dribbled out. Time is obviously on Trinity Collegiate's side here. Trying to feed the post, but you don't want to turn it over quickly. As LeBron Thomas did, they gave it right back. Oh, backbreaker there. And yes, Saragba with the easy flush.
It's been so many of these moments in which St. James they're close, but then Trinity, like any good team does, comes back and makes them pay for it.
No doubt. So Mike Teasley's got to be happy with the way his team's performed today. And there's a travel on Ross. So Mike Teasley, among his stops, he was here at St. James under Dan Preet, who, of course, is just up the road. And here's, again, the steal. The giveaway, you just can't have it after the takeaway, and then the flush.
And that was a beautiful no-look or look-away pass by Jamie Muldowney, finding Basante Saragba for the throwdown.
And we're going to get a carry call there.
If you're Trinity right now, I mean, you look at the scoreboard, you've got a sizable margin. As much fun as it would be to get out there on the break, you really want to just slow things down. Let's salt this clock away and get out of the St. James with a victory.
Ball with a tough shot, and that's not going to go. So a 15-point game just coming up on 3 minutes left here in regulation. Trinity Christian obviously can be very much in a, work the clock mode, but here they go turning it over at midcourt. Can't have that. Ross, and he's not able to finish, but he's going to go to the line. For a minute there, I thought Saragba might have touched the ball when it was up on the rim, and could have got a in-one opportunity if they called the goaltend.
In a moment, Coach Teasley is going to go to his young men, and he's going to tell LeBron Thomas that he wants the ball in his hands to prevent these turnovers and kind of clean this game up.
And these misses the free throw line are not helping any type of comeback opportunity here for the Saints. As Jacob Ross misses the first, he'll get another. And 2:49 to go here in the fourth, 74-59. It's Trinity Collegiate on top. And Ross gets a second. But again, they need stops and they need buckets in a hurry. Both. They have to start taking some chances, and they are with this pressure. Brown hands it off to Saragba, who finishes and one.
And that's what makes it so difficult for a team with this size out there. When you attempt to press and you attempt to trap, you're going to leave big fellas with open shots down inside the paint with no bigs to defend against it. Saragba with the finger roll and going to the line to the three-point play.
Yeah, really nice dish, too, of course, from our player of the game, Fatimi Brown.
Yeah.
He's just been making plays left and right out there. And Asante Saragba completes a three-point play. 6'10" senior. Gorman waiting for a screen. Instead, he gets it off the ball. Ball attacks, and he gets fouled on the way up.
Nope. St. James doing their job on the offensive side of the ball, getting to the free throw line, getting a couple of buckets here, but they need those stops to go along with it. Cannot trade baskets.
Yeah, this is the last thing you want. Mike Teasley, like you just let the clock run, guys.
Just,
it's not gonna.
it.
We're gonna double-digit lead here. It's okay. If they just don't foul, don't stop that clock. But there's still a huge ask here from St. James, and they're letting point guard Jeremiah Gorman sit down. And Solomon Ball with a second free throw, and that one is good as well. So 15-point game, 2:27 to go as they put on the full court pressure. But it is broken quickly by LeBron Thomas. And turnover, yes, wow. The Saints get the turnover they needed. Now can they get the bucket to match?
If Coach Teasley isn't great yet, he will be.
Ross with a big-time J makes it a 14 or 13-point game, 77-64. Fatimi Brown that breaks the pressure, and here comes Saragba. He's going to get fouled by Ross. With 1:51 to go, 1:57 to go.
It's a hard foul, but that's a clean foul. You see Ross as he's got Saragba, a 7-footer, about to go up and hammer that one down. He went after the ball, and so he's going to make him earn it at the free throw line.
And Saragba probably outweighs him by, 30 to 40 pounds?
On a good day.
He's got the weight class advantage there, too. But he did get part of the ball, but unfortunately got a lot of the arm and the hand as well. Let's go back and see the Ross bucket here a moment ago. This is beautiful. Spin move.
Spin move.
The offhand to get a little separation, too.
That's right. Put it down.
Pretty move from the elder Ross, Jaden, the junior. 14-point game. They got to hurry. Jacob gets it over the corner. Soreska had a good look at a three, but he can't get it to go. But a putback can go from Ross.
Did he get fouled as well? No.
No foul, just a quick timeout. So 12-point game with 1:46 to go. We've seen crazier things.
Well, I think that we were thinking that it was time for an early lunch, but not so much.
No, not at all. Let's get a look at this last one again.
Look,
Ross keeps fighting for it, ball tips it to Ross. Just nice little reverse layup from Jaden Ross.
Coach Kevin Breslin's young men do not quit. Solomon Ball, there will be no let up from him at any point in time. His hustle leading to the 2-point advantage. Can they get an immediate stop and then a 3-pointer to make this one interesting?
Would you foul right away to start extending the game with 1:46 to go? Because it's, obviously multiple possessions.
Yes, I would. I would go for the steal. If we can't get it in 5 seconds or less, foul the ball, and let's play the free throw game just for a moment.
See what happens, right.
Let's see how it goes.
Free throws are different in the final minute 46 than they are, throughout the game sometimes, too.
Yes, they are.
The percentages tend to trend the wrong direction for the leading team many times. So we'll see. They're trying to trap right away. They're able to get it past, see if they foul Brown, and they do. No, loose ball, and it's stolen away. Here comes Solomon Ball. Takes it across half court, goes between his legs, attacking off the glass and good. It's a 10-point game with 1:30 to go. Brown quickly gets it up. Saragba dishes it off, and an easy two. Really good look ahead there as he gets it to Edwards.
Just a great job by Trinity beating the press. But the defense by St. James as they applied the pressure.
Good job. To take it away from Brown, who's been so tough, Fatimi Brown, and then here comes Ball the other way. Goes behind the back here. But he was really looking to attack right away.
Solomon Ball working the entire Trinity defense, going to the rack, looking for the foul call. Everybody in the building was. He didn't get it.
Here the other way that I was just as impressive, the tic-tac-toeing pass to get the easy two for Edwards that puts it back to a 12-point game with 1:23 to go. So you got to kind of catch your breath here if you're St. James and just do what you just did again, except get the stop on the defensive end or the foul.
It just as this team develops, Victor Houch, Devin Houston, guys that can block a shot on the other end will be the difference.
Ball again, just attacking. Oh, the back iron, can't get it to go. And the rebound, Downey, and he's going to get fouled. Well, you want the foul at this point. I know they're complaining about the call, but you really want to get the foul unless you're going to get a 5-second call, which you weren't going to get in that situation.
You'd love to get up a three-point attempt as well. You know, we love to see Solomon Ball working the offense and these impressive finishes at the rack, but if he can kick out to a three-point shooter, that'd be great.
Muldowney misses, but the rebound by Thomas, LeBron Thomas. I mean, Muldowney had missed all game and finally misses a free throw. The guy who hit the bucket a moment ago puts up the shot, but misses, and Edwards. And there's another rebound from Muldowney, and there's a foul out here on the floor, and LeBron Thomas will go to the line and try to put this baby on ice.
A lot of winning plays made by Jamie Muldowney today. You know, the plays that are not going to be on the Sports Center highlights, but the ones that go a far way in earning the W for your team. Jamie Muldowney has put those in.
So 54 seconds to go, a 12-point advantage. And it's a 1-and-1, and Thomas knocks down the first. And now the math just really isn't
it's not in your favor.
Yeah, not in your favor for St. James. The probability chart is really going the other direction right now, away from St. James.
If we were watching the NFL, they'd be looking at the chart. They'd say, go for two. Go for two every time.
And he knocks down both of them. So a 14-point lead, under a minute to go. Ball kicks in the corner. Soreska somehow saves it. Oh, no, throwing it away almost. Ross saves it. Gorman keeps like a hot potato right now. And a tough pull-up. Jay for three, in and out from Ball. And rebound from Trinity Christian. Whoa, tough foul there right at the table. Almost came into our monitors here.
LeBron Thomas almost came in and told us hello.
Yeah, really.
That was...
We got an up-close look there at that foul. So LeBron Thomas can add to his stat sheet for the day with 36.2 to go. And Trinity Collegiate well on their way for picking up their first win here. They lost yesterday to St. Maria Goretti in a tough game.
It's a good team, and I'm so impressed with this young man. He's someone that I will certainly follow next year, whatever school is fortunate enough to get him on their squad. And so many of the young men, not only on this team, but in this tournament.
Got a lot of talent here. Got a lot of college scouts here as well, watching these games. Of course, we got semifinals coming up here after this one, after a little bit of a break.
And how about a hand for Jaden Ross? Just the tournament that he's had thus far, playing hard last night. A couple of big-time highlights himself, and he's played hard all game long today as well.
84-68 the score now as Trinity Collegiate going their way to win. Ball takes it in for two, and they're going to call a timeout. One final timeout with 27.5 to go, and it's a 14-point game. But Combine Academy, National Christian coming up after this one, tipping it off around 5. And that'll be the first of two semifinals tonight. The other, Southern California, a real impressive, talented team against St. Maria Goretti, of course, just down the road here in Hagerstown. The short trip for this tournament. As we take a look now at the full day schedule today, obviously this game almost over. Earlier we saw Word of God. They were a showcase team, and boy, were they ever.
Look, in our next game, we're going to see a Combine Academy team who came up on the short end against one of the most impressive public school teams, Jefferson, coming out of West Virginia, that I've seen. They put up, I believe, 112 points yesterday. But Combine Academy, it's not often that you score as much as they did and come up on the losing end. So they're going to come out in this our next game looking to put on a show. National Christian, they are steady Eddie. They are led by a couple of big-time scorers, so the next game is going to be big-time basketball as well.
And that'll be the first of two semifinals. Should be a lot of fun. And this has been as good as advertised so far here at the St. James Invitational, presented by Zips Dry Cleaning here on Money Metal Sports Network. All right, beating the pressure. Trinity, they're asking him to foul. Coach Breslin's pleading for the foul. They get it. after they broke the pressure. So 20 seconds to go. Got to be impressed the way Trinity Collegiate handled the pressure throughout this game.
Yeah. LeBron Thomas, Tavion Fumatimi Brown, and then, of course, Jamie Muldowney, who has really been an outlet against the pressure and then making the right decisions, getting them not only not turning the ball over, but getting easy buckets.
Fumatimi Brown misses the free throw. That's a surprise. Hasn't missed much since then. We got pretty much wholesale subs here, except for Fumatimi Brown, who's at the line. Got 4 subs in the basketball game for Trinity Collegiate, as Coach Teasley emptying his bench. And Fumatimi Brown now will sit down, and that'll be the wholesale sub as they go 5 for 5 here.
Yeah.
Getting everybody in with just 20.3 to go. See if Solomon Ball can do something spectacular before this night's officially over. And we're going to get a travel call on Isaac Shin, who just checked in. Coach yelling no fouls, and Trinity Collegiate will roll it out.
Yeah.
And that'll do it. So St. James falls to Trinity Collegiate by the final of 85-70. Chad Ricardo, your final thoughts on this one?
This St. James squad, I look forward to seeing them for the rest of the year and moving forward. I mean, when you start talking about the Ross brothers, and in addition to them, Solomon Ball, Coach Kevin Breslin has a lot to look forward to. But Trinity Collegiate, we saw them come out here and play a team game. Basante Sarabaga, our player of the game, Tavion Fumatimi Brown, and then LeBron Thomas, who does a little bit of everything. Team game, and they pulled it off.
So for Chad Ricardo, I'm Scott Jackson saying so long from the St. James, where the final score was 85-70, Trinity Collegiate beating the St. James School. Our next game coming up will be Combine Academy taking on Christian Academy. So stay tuned with us here on Monumental Sports Network. We will resume shortly.
Welcome back to the St. James School in Hagerstown, Maryland. It's the St. James Invitational Tournament, an elite high school basketball showcase presented by Zips